As so many of us can relate to, the pandemic has forced a lot of what we do day to day online. But look around, in spaces like the one here behind me, it's hard to miss there's an election underway. So when it comes to earning your vote, how much do printed materials and in-person connections really matter in 2022? Head down any major street, signs of the times we're in. Voting in the Ontario election just days away. As candidates look to get the message out block by block, how much influence do campaign signs provide?
They're not going to make or break an election where the candidates are quite overmatched, but they're reasonably helpful to a candidate in a close election.
Donald P. Green at New York's Columbia University, one of the few scholars who has probed this question. Working with campaigns in 4 different elections in the U.S., 40 signs, such as these ones in Toronto, went up in each random district area they looked at. The team compared results to control areas and found signs can mean additional votes.
The answer seems to be something between 1 and 2 percentage points. So it's not nothing, but it's not going to close the gap.
While it might seem odd to some, consider this.
People have pretty much tapped out in the amount of screen time that they can absorb, and the advantage of a physical sign is it still grabs their attention in ways that they can't necessarily duck through digital distractions.
Signs are important. It is an emotional reaction to the election.
Velma Morgan chairs Operation Black Vote Canada. The group aims to support and increase the number of Black candidates seeking office. Whenever they hold workshops for new candidates, they stress older methods of campaigning are still vital.
We say go out and door knock at every single door that's in your riding, even if it has a sign that's not a particular party. There may be more than one person living in the household and they may have different opinions on different parties.
Printed advertising still holds firm ground outside of a formal election cycle too. 2 billboards in Scarborough at the end of April. One from outgoing MPP Christina Midas above a multi-unit plaza, and one from current MP Salma Zahid. CityNews contacted both offices to ask why they chose this type of ad, as well as the cost, but we didn't receive responses.
But I think that anybody who thinks that digital is the best way to communicate with people and the only way are sorely mistaken.
Author and Memorial University political science professor Alex Marland reiterating the need to engage voters face-to-face and through tactile means. He says digital ads are great because they can be targeted to different audiences and platforms, but
it's a very refined purchase. The big challenge, I think, for local campaigns is that they need to remember that, the average person is not using Facebook and looking at politics.
For more on this story, head to citynews.ca. In Toronto for City News, I'm Nick Westoll.